So, do you ever sit in front of your camera and just sit there for about 20 minutes thinking about what you want to say when you press record because it's been a year since the last time you've done a video? Just me? Great. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, this is a channel about cross-stitch. I also talk about music, and sometimes alcohol happens, just a little bit. And it can be a bit gassy at times. My name is Kyle, and this is Stitching in Sound. For those of you returning, I'm sure you got one question on your mind right now, and that question is probably, Kyle, where did you get that lovely sweatshirt that you're wearing? Well, I would love to be able to tell you, but I think it was a Christmas present. But it is a nice sweatshirt. I think I've worn it on the channel before, but I don't remember. No. A lot of you are probably wondering where I've been for the last year. Well, to sum it up very in just as few words as possible, it's been a year, you know? It's been a year. All of us over the past year have dealt with our own situations to get through the past year. And that's essentially what I've been doing. I haven't really gone anywhere, both literally and metaphorically. In the metaphorical senses, I've not had a presence on this channel since last March, but I am very present on my Instagram. So if you've followed my channel since I started, but you're not following me on Instagram, I would recommend doing that. It's just my name. I will also have it linked below. I'm very present on Instagram. Also, I've helped out with the Bendy Stitchy live sale, so it's not like I've gone anywhere. I also haven't left the house for, obvious reasons. But, to put it very frank, over the last year, this channel was not a priority, let alone much of a thought to me. Because when shit hit the fan last March, I had more important things to worry about. Moving home, as far as like working goes, that took a big toll. Also with just not really, just everything, the urge to really sit in front of a camera to do one of these videos, like, it was not in the vicinity of appealing to me. Over the last year or so, I had waves of, I would like to put something out there on the YouTubes just to let people know that I'm still alive and kicking, although like 25 pounds heavier, that I'm still here. But usually those feelings dissipated after an hour. I lost my stitchy bug there for a while. I think last August or September. I really got burnt out from stitching. Early last year, literally a year ago, is when I started doing some model stitching. And that really killed any want to do some stitching there for a little bit. So, But I'm back at it. I'm going hardcore, kind of. Although, hopefully, I'm not going to leave you too disappointed, because some of you are going to be like, oh my gosh, he's got a year's worth of stuff to show me. I don't want to disappoint you, but my year's worth of stuff to show you is not that impressive. Be flat out honest with you. Excuse me. If you're new to my channel, I burp, hence why I mentioned it's a little gassy sometimes. But I'm still here. I even at one point contemplated giving up stitching for, I mean, not just losing the stitchy bug, but like literally just giving up stitching. I went through a weird period there where my heart lied into doing some writing and reading, and I did do that. I'm still kind of doing that. I don't remember what project it was after that period where that got me back in the swing of kind of stitching a lot more again. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I do. I'll show it to you because it's one of my finishes. But yeah, I'm here. After so much time of being away from here, and getting messages on Instagram of when I was coming back, you know, after so long, I had to, for a time, kind of only limit my messages to people that I was also following. Because at times it did get overwhelming, because I didn't want to say, I don't know, because I literally didn't know. I mean, to be honest with you, one of the reasons it took 20 minutes to press record on this video was because I was going back and forth to if I really wanted to do this or not. So then I told myself, if I don't press record, I'm probably never gonna make another video. So, and it also felt like time to do one of these. I kind of got inspired to do another one of these videos after the Crafty Curator, lovely Lakeisha. Oh my god, Letitia. Sorry, Letitia. Please don't hate me. I knew I was going to do that too. I'm so dumb. See, this is why I don't want to do stuff like that sometimes, because I mess up. Letitia, the Crafty Curator. After it was close to a year for her too, she finally put out another 2 videos. She had a whip parade going on. And then Kate, Cowgirl Pizza Plenty on Instagram, she finally put out another video, and she's been away from Flosstube longer than I have. She finally put out another Flosstube video for the first time in 2 years. So, I mean, it seemed like a sign. And so here I am. I hope what I have to show you is at least mildly interesting. I don't know what it looks like from here on after this video is finished, but I'll maybe touch base on that at the end of the video. But some housekeeping stuff. I don't really have notes, so we're winging it today. I mean, that's really how you should do your first Flosstube video, if not your first Flosstube video after about a year. Just wing it, because you're essentially doing it for the first time again anyway. So, a couple of shoutouts, and y'all are gonna be like, yeah, we know this already. Well, I mean, I haven't been on Flosstube for a year, so let me just do my shoutouts. First 2 shoutouts, we've got new Flosstube babies in the Flosstube community. Jessie Marie Does Stuff had her baby. And then Kef from Snug Harbor Crafts had her baby. So congratulations to the both of them, even though their children are about 5 months now. So, I mean, hey, if you didn't hear it from them and you're watching this video, you heard it from me for the first time, so go congratulate them. I have 4 channels to shout out, and why only 4 if it's been a year? Well, in the last year, I'm going to be honest and say I've barely watched any Flosstube. I've kept up on my regulars, and even that isn't really saying a lot, because by keeping up on my regulars, I basically have, watched one of their videos a month. So, but these four I'm going to shout out are for, at least since my last video, are four people who have since started Flosstubes, even though two of them are like in their 30s for like Flosstube videos. Only one of them is. Maybe none of them are. I don't know. Okay, first one. And I stumbled upon her shortly after her first video came out. Kim, Barbara's daughter. God love her. Loved watching her. She was my Saturday morning breakfast coffee breakfast date. Love watching her. I mean, she's, now that school has since started up last August for her, her videos aren't on Saturday mornings anymore, and they're not weekly, so I kind of miss those, but yeah, I'll link her below. Next one is Megan from Georgia Girl Stitches. I love Megan. Can I get any more straightforward than that? Go watch her videos. Next one, Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery. I was absolutely ecstatic when he put out his first Flosstube. Even though I own none of his designs, I thought it was still really cool that he, finally put out a video. I've been following him on Instagram and just following people's work of his stuff, because he's always got great designs and stuff. So I really maybe should have written something out for each of these people so I don't sound like I'm just blathering, but first video nerves, We've all been there. And then finally, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention this person. I think I might be burned at the stake if I didn't mention this person, but I'm put on my spectacles, even though I already have them on. Apparently, even in my absence, I still managed to inspire this person to start their own Flosstube. And I'm talking about, of course, Darcy Cameron, the guy that only does Hades for some crazy reason. God bless you. But go watch him. He's funny. And much like me, he also really likes alcohol, which, if alcohol is one of your hobbies and or your blood type, hey, you're already friends in my book. So those are my 4 shoutouts. I will link them all below, even though I am more than positive y'all watching are subscribed to one of, if not all 4 of them already. So there's that. And then just to, keep, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Just to, I don't know. I always used to do a segment of what I've been listening to, which was usually about music, but this time, it's going to be a podcast. And it's the Something Was Wrong podcast by Tiffany Reese. That was my favorite podcast discovery of 2020. She's got how many seasons now? 7 seasons of that podcast. Let's just say that when I discovered that her podcast, it ate up my weekend in the most positive way possible. I mean, I was hooked I listened to the first season within 2 days. I mean, I would highly recommend listening. But if you do, I just want to give you a quick warning that depending on what season you're listening to, which is it probably doesn't matter which season you choose. Just want to make you aware, it depending on your past, it could be potentially triggering on some of the topics. But almost every episode, she's got a little intro from different articles defining specific types of abuse and all, different psychological states and all that. It's very intriguing. So I could not highly recommend listening to this podcast enough. Just be warned. Some of, if not most of, are trigger warning. So just want to make you all aware of that. So that's all I've got for like housekeeping stuff. So I guess we get into the swing of doing this whole floss tubing again. I feel like I didn't talk enough. We're 16 minutes in. I still feel like I had more, but so I am going to get you caught up on 1 year's worth of stuff, and just be warned, like I said, it's not a lot. Because I feel like if somebody mentions, oh, they're going to show me 1 year's worth of stuff, I'm going to expect probably a 3-hour video. I'd be shocked if this goes over 1 hour. So, we're going to start with my only fully finished object that I've got. And as you've noticed, most of the video, it's been right beside me this whole time. And it is my Hannah Sanderson sampler. This is my first professionally framed piece, and it couldn't have turned out any better. I took this in, this is going to sound bad, I took this into my LNS, and if you don't know what LNS stands for, it's local needle shop, local needle workshop. I took in Hannah November of 2019. And I chose the frame. But the frame had been back ordered for a little bit. So by the time I went back to my LNS just for a get-together with my stitchy friends last March, I can't believe last March was the last time I saw any of my stitchy friends. Anyway, the frame was still back ordered, but I think it had just come in at that point. And of course, a couple of weeks, if not a month later, it was finished framing, and I didn't go in to pick it up until November of 2020. So it was done for a good 6 or 7 months before I actually went in to go get it. But hey, COVID was a thing. I didn't want to go outside the house. But took it in. Liz framed it. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better job. What I really like about the frame, and I don't know if you can see, it's got like little rivets of red in there, which kind of brings out some of the more orange pinkisher parts here in the frame. It's just got a nice rustic look. I did not want to do any matting on this. I was debating on the glass while I was there, and I'm glad I did. I'm not gonna lie, because when I picked this up and I brought it home, I was kind of wishing I would have had it framed without the glass. Well, wouldn't you know, if not like 20 minutes later, I actually spilled a can of beer and it splashed up onto this thing. So never mind. I'm glad I had glass on it, but I love it. It's hanging on my wall over there. I my walls are still incredibly plain, so that's my only decoration really in this room. But, and like, it's huge. It's so weird because taking a picture of it while it's on the wall, it doesn't look that big, but then when you actually, it's gigantic. I mean, it's a huge piece. This was stitched on 36 count, I want to say light mocha linen. And I used DMC. And I did 2/2. I'm telling you, 2/2 on 36 count is the way to go. I don't know. I don't know why people like the coverage of 1/2 on 36 count. Kim, I know you're one of them. It's okay. I still love you. I just love that bold, fuller look of the 2/2 on 36 count. So I'm glad to have her home. She's still my baby. She's next to my computer, so when I'm working on my computer, I'll just glance up every once in a while and remember stitching her. So she's already a little bit dusty, but that's okay. She's been hanging up on the wall for a little bit. So there's that. Had it framed at the Stitchery Nook, Osage, Iowa. I don't want to brag or anything, but I think Stitchery Nook is better than most LNSs. And maybe I'm being a little bit biased, but Liz and Sherry do a great job. I think they're wonderful, very accommodating. They do ship, so if you want to get anything, I'll link the Stitchery Nook down below. You'd be surprised at what they got in the shop. They got a lot of good stuff in there, so there's that. I don't think they'll frame and ship. So if you're wondering if they'll frame your pieces and ship them to you, that's something you'll probably have to reach out to the shop directly about, because I can't speak to that. So, alrighty, let's go on to finished objects. Now, I technically have 5 finished objects from 2020. I can only show 2 of them because 3 of them were models and they have not been released yet. So I can't show them to you. I would love to, and when it comes to that point, I'll be more than happy to show you my model pictures. But until then, can't do that. So let's do... Now this was my first fully finished object of 2020, not including my 3 model stitches. This was my saving grace throughout that rough period. She's where I found my piece when I stitched. This is Serenitys Garden from Dimensions Gold collection. I don't know the fabric count. I think it's an 18. It might be a 16, but I think it's 18. And I don't remember. I started this, I think, in July of 2019, and then I just took the longest break from it afterwards. And then I finished it in November. But what I loved about stitching this one is 80% of this is half stitches, and that just made my life so happy. Oh, goodness. Isn't she cute? She's so pretty. I already know how I want to have her framed. It's just now a matter of time of actually going to get her framed. But yeah. I wish... The only part I don't really care for are her damn fingers. Why do they look so goofy? I don't know. Maybe I'm just nitpicking. But other than that, I love it. She just needs a good iron. She'll be ready to go. And then my only other finish of 2020. It's kind of really sad to say that I only had 2 finishes of 2020. But y'all heard my spiel. If you need to go listen to that again, please do. Now, there was a time when I was really into playing the game Hollow Knight on my PlayStation 4. After I finished it, I'm like, well, damn, there's got to be a cross-stitch pattern of this. This is snarky and nerdy, you know. We're all part of that group on Facebook. And sure as shit, there was a Hollow Knight pattern on Etsy. Do I remember the designer? Nope. But I will do that research and link it below. So this was my only other finish. It is stitched on a 28 count. I don't know. The person that sent me this fabric didn't even know what it was. The fabric is much bluer in person than what it is showing up on camera. Linda, Blue Horse Yellow Cow, gifted me this fabric a while back. But yeah, the one thing that I really wanted to do and did do with this pattern was practice my sewing method in hand. I think the sewing method is great when it's something this small. Is it faster than my usual method of just doing this thing? Not really. And I know that it's, you know, practice makes perfect, but I think I'll be fine not doing the sewing method. But but yep, all of this was the sewing method, outside of a few parts where I did have to do the poke pull method. But yeah, isn't him cute? He's the vessel, is what he's called on Hollow Knight. But yeah, so this one was about a week. I finished it late November, early December. I don't remember. But that was, yeah, I don't, people who stitch giant samplers in hand with the sewing method on 40 count, why? My hand was cramping. And I know it's like, you know, I know, I get it, okay? Why? But I don't get it. Somebody tell me. And Diana, it is Kismet, you know, just wear it as a blanket and then you just bunch it up and stuff. I'm like, okay, but like still, you got all this excess fabric just, I don't know. Somebody enlighten me. What is fun about stitching samplers on 40 count with the sewing method in hand? God bless you. God bless you. This is nothing against y'all. God bless you. More power to you. But I can't. This is probably as big as I'm ever going to go when it comes to using the sewing method. Because, you know, I think it's great for, like, small projects like this where you might not, like, have a hoop that's, like, it might be just too big or just too small where you can't get, like, the full thing in there. So I think it's great for, like, smaller projects. But, like, come on, people. Have you heard of the Lowry stand? It's a great investment. And Q snaps? Come on. Okay, but for real, though. So, yeah. I wish I could show you my other finishes from last year, but I can't. They'll be released eventually, and I'll be more than happy to show you... Well, I can't show you them in person because they're probably right now being framed and photographed and all that fun stuff. But, anywhoosies. Those are my finishes. Happy finishes, everyone. I don't have alcohol with me. So let's go on to some whips. And I feel like I'm forgetting at least one whip. But I don't know. I'm not going to go searching for it. I'm forgetting at least one. And I I really hope that this is all... If I've showed you some of this stuff before, that's okay, because I can't remember what and whatnot I have worked on since last March. Some of these I know I've worked on since last March, but some of them, I don't know if I last worked on them before my last video or not, so just roll with me on that. So let's start with just my most recent one I work on. We'll start with recent, and then we'll work back as needed. First one. And I've been itching to get back to this one. We're talking The Fortunate Traveler by Teresa Wensler. I don't know about y'all. I love stitching Teresa Wenslers. I mean, I can't say that in the plural because this is the only one I've done. But my God, it's so much fun to stitch these things. I know people get intimidated because of all the blended threads and all the symbols and stuff. I'm going to be straight up honest and say that's what's keeping my interest in stitching this. It's not the same thing all the time, you know. It's just, I love it. I love it. It's great. Look at how innocent Hims looks. I hope that's focusing enough for you. And then we got Mr. Now, the story can be interpreted as either the dragon is the fortunate traveler or Mr. Wanderer with the stick here is the fortunate traveler. I kind of like to think that... Well, no, it could be debated either way. But, this is where I'm at. As of 7 p.m. Friday night, this is where I am. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to work on this one. I would like to finish the whole center motif. And you know what's really intimidating to think about, though, is that even though this is pretty big and that's a lot, there's still all of this to do. But luckily, there's a lot of white and negative space in here, so all of that, even though there's still a lot more to go, should still go by pretty fast. Honestly, I would recommend, you know, do not be intimidated by these, even though she's got a lot of specialty stitches and back stitching everywhere and 1/1 stitching and a lot of blended threads. Don't be intimidated. It's all in good fun. We love it. We love to see it. You can't find this anymore. This was gifted to me by a lovely person in exchange for... She got a gift, and this was gifted to me. It was a lovely exchange. We love to see it. So I'm probably going to be working on this a little bit longer. I would, like I said, I would like to finish the whole center picture before moving on to another project, but that probably won't happen. Next project, and this one, oh my gosh, I was doing a bendy stitchy. Oh, this one was stitched on 28 count, something. I don't know. It's got a very open weave, so I just got to make sure about carrying my threads when I go on to the other stuff. This next one, I was helping a bendy stitchy live sale. I was modding one of those, and oh my gosh, I wanted this one so bad, but somebody else got it. So that meant I had to go looking for it, and I'm so glad I found it because you know me and my ladies. This is Scarlett from crossstitchingart.com. Is this focusing? Is it focused? I don't... I'm also on a new phone, so I don't know how well it focuses or not. Okay. You get the idea. I saw it, had to have it. Everything came in fairly quickly. Here's where I am with it. And I love just with this, it kind of works, because, like, there's like sudden shifts between colors, and I kind of like that because it looks like she's wearing a nice silk, satin, lacy type dress. There's light shimmering and whatnot. I'm stitching now. The code for is 32 count Dove Gray. I'm doing her on a 28 because we need the size, girlfriend. I'm here for it. We love it. I know. And just the blues in this. Look, I mean, those are some yummy blue colors going on, and I'm a sucker for anything blue. So this is a 28 count smoky gray, maybe, I want to say. I don't actually remember. It is a Zweigart, though. Got the orange stripey going on. I love it. I love it. I kind of lost interest in stitching once I got up to her, like, floofy thing up here she got going on. Because I wanted to stitch on my Teresa Wensler, so I did. But I still have this out because I might come back to it after I stitch my Teresa Wensler, or if I just need a break for my Teresa Wensler, we'll come back to her. Next one is on my scroll frame, and I only stitched on this for maybe a day. And they sinned, people. I got it on my scroll frame. Sorry that I'm kind of hiding some of it, but I told myself, once I got this out, finish this damn cloud, because this side was like, it was like this for the longest time. Well, I mean, it was like this for like the longest time. I just had this done all up here. But this is this solid stitching crap going on. I remember just taking it out a couple of times, doing a line and just being like, okay, I need to do something else for now. Finally got it done, and I actually forced myself to finish the cloud because after 20 minutes of stitching on it, I wanted to put it away again. But I didn't. I wanted to finish the cloud, so finally got it done. So whenever I pull this back out again, I'll be able to start working downward on that. And just because I want to brag that I've got one of these, it is stored in a lovely Christine Stitch All the Things bag. This bag just screams me. It's an apocalyptic 50s bar. And there's zombies and stuff. I mean, can you even? And I am stitching that on 35 count lamb's wool, 1/1 with the called for gas threads, Gentle Art sampler threads. I've got all of them. And you're probably thinking to yourself, Kyle, you just said, about 10 minutes ago, you don't like the 1/1 on that count. And I'm like, and I'm here to tell you, leave me alone. Let me do what I want. So yeah, don't know when I'll get back to that one. It's probably going to be a while. Because yeah. All right. This next one is the one I get questions about. It's my lovely mystery sampler. Ding. Look at how fun. Selfishly, I'm not telling people what this is because I don't want anybody else stitching it and then beating me to finish it. But in due time, the person's name will appear, and then y'all can go have your merry way of stitching this with me. But for now, I just kind of want to keep this a secret. A few choice people know, just because this isn't really their thing, so they wouldn't stitch it. But I will say, some of these colors are just fantastic. Look at that red-purple combination right there. And then look at this fun thing. What is that? What is that? And I'm sorry with like the lighting and stuff, it's not, things I'm showing you probably aren't going to be coming in as they are in person, but look at how fun. And that blue, that nice aquamarine-ish blue, love it. I am using all of the called for NPI silks, 2/2. So yeah, in the end, it's gonna cost me a little bit more. This is stitched on, let me see if I can remember, 37 count wild honey from Lakeside Linen, I think. I don't remember. But this, she stitches up fast. Even though I've been stitching this for a while, every time I pull her out, I'm really only stitching on her a week at a time before I get a page finished and then just put her away. She stitches up fast, and I love it. I love it. Love to see it. One more look there. Look at how fun. I'm really excited because we're just now getting to the goods. The center pieces here, and then the pieces over here on this page. I can't wait to show that to you guys. And like I said, in due time, I will let y'all know who the designer is and what the name of the design is. But today's not that day. Just live vicariously through me a little bit longer, because eventually I will have to stitch this person's name. And so that's that. I want to get back to that one soon as well. Okay. Next up, this next one is a piece I probably should have finished in 2020, but I didn't. Here are all the bags and stuff. I don't remember when I worked on this last, but this is Angel of the New Dawn by Mirabilia. I'm sorry for I don't have anything to hold behind her, but I finally finished her face and bust. Next is just her arms, and then her wings, and then the border around her. So yeah. And I did a little thing with her skin so that it doesn't look so pixely. I kind of blended everything a little bit more, but don't know when I'll work on her again. But she is stitched on 32 count blue ice linen from Zweigart. She's gonna be another big girl too. Once again, sorry for the... I'm sure I'll find good light somewhere. I can't believe I haven't finished a Mira in like 2 years. It's kind of upsetting, because I just today saw a memory that I finished doing the stitching part of Fairy Moon, which means I finished it... When did I finish? In May of 2019. So my goal was to have one Mira finish every year, but I guess that didn't happen. Okie doke. Next one. This is one I've been itching to start for the hottest of minutes. And a lovely friend of mine also had this, who had also been wanting to start it for the hottest of minutes. It was just a matter of when we started the motherfucker. And we both decided, how about New Year? And I'm like, okay. So we started on New Year. The person I'm speaking of is Diana It Is Kismet. And we're talking about Scarlet Wizard from the Dimensions Gold collection. Very out of print. Don't spend $250 on this thing, people. Not saying that I did. But I also didn't only pay $15 for it. So don't break your bank for this. It's okay. Heaven and Earth Designs has this as one for them. It's called... The actual name of this piece is Spellbound by Miles Pinckney. And I love Miles Pinckney's stuff. So yeah, if you want to stitch this for only $19, but you just have to kit everything up yourself, go to Heaven and Earth Design and get Spellbound by Miles Pinckney. Now granted, it's full coverage and all that fun, and you got about like 115 colors, but it's still going to be cheaper than trying to find this one. So yeah, and spoiler alert, I did not make a working copy, so I'm marking up the original. I came to a point, especially with my Serenitys Garden, where it's just like, people are spending this much for the kit. I mean, once the kit stuff is gone, there's really no use for the pattern anymore, right? So that's my reasoning. But here we are. Here's where I am with Mr. Wizard. This is a couple days worth of stitching. And like most things, I kind of lost interest after a while, so. Does this look like blurry to you? Anyway. He definitely looks like the kind of person that would say Suffering Succotash. Or Jumpin' Jehoshaphat. This wizard definitely looks like that type of person. So, when will I get back to it? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, me and Diana wanted to start it, so we did. I don't know when she plans on getting back to it. This isn't a race. That's who finishes it first. But anyway, so yeah, there's that. Now, in the same vein, I don't remember if I started this before or after my last Flosstube, but the companion piece, I shouldn't even say companion piece, it's just another design, by Miles Pinckney, but was released for the Busilla Heirloom Collection, was Planetarius, and the glare on that is terrible, I'm sorry. But you get the idea. Ooh, I see me. And let me pull that out. Don't mind me just casually smelling everything. This one is done on a black linen. Oh, God. Okay. And here's how far I got on Mr. Planetarius. I feel like I did show this in my last video. I mean, just everything looks smoky to you. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. And it's bunching up a little bit because of the needle, but that's how hymns looks. I don't know when I will get back to this one. I don't have any idea, I don't really have a desire to come back to this one anytime soon. Doesn't mean I won't, but... You know, and the funny thing about this one is, when I got it, all of the threads were sorted and everything. So I'm like, okay, whenever I feel like I want to stitch this, I can just do that. I'll just sit down and stitch it. Well, I went to go do that. 90% of the floss was in the wrong color. So I essentially sorted the Bacilla kit myself. And if anybody has ever tried to sort a Bacilla heirloom collection, that ain't fun. That ain't fun at all. Way more tedious than a gold collection. Because at least with gold collections, you get them in hanks, and each hank has a color of yarn, and then you associate that color of yarn with the bundle list on the floss list, so you know what colors you're looking for in that bundle. That's not the case with it. I should have... No, that's fine. Bacilla heirloom collections just have one old hank, and you gotta figure it out whether a pale peach and light peach look different. So, I mean, yeah, sorry, I'm just gonna, this is gonna bother me. I'm just sticking, yeah, okay. Does that help at all? I can't tell. So there's that. I don't remember when I touched that last. That's what she said. So yeah, next one. And I think I worked on this one for a day. Yes, I actually, okay, no, I have started this since then, because the last time I was at the Stitchery Nook was last March, and that's when I kitted everything up for this. So, this was a Nashville release last year, from the Scarlet House, and this is Jane Cowie, 1850. I kitted this up with the DMC, and I am stitching it on a... You're not going to be able to see the modeling on this, because it's very subtle. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see it just because the lighting in here sucks. But I'm stitching it on a color and cotton 36 count tea leaves. The called for is a 46 count cocoa linen from Weeks Dye Works. 46 count, Jesus, tap dancing Christ. Okay, so no, I am stitching it on 36 count tea leaves from Color and Cotton. I got the first page done. And as suspected, maybe you can see some of the modeling, but I can't. So, I really do like this one. It's just the last time I stitched it, I was going through my stitching funk, and I was trying to find something to stitch to get me back into the groove. And I thought maybe this would have done it. It didn't. But it's a lovely design. I would love to get back to it again soon. Once again, that is Jane Cowie, 1850, from the Scarlet House. Great God, mine eyes with pleasure look on the dear volume of thy book. There my Redeemer's face I see, and read his name who died for me. Let the false raptures of the mind be lost and vanished in the wind. Okay, come on. It doesn't even rhyme. Here I can fix my hope secure. This is thy word and must endure. I'm not religious, I swear. Although you're not going to think that when I show you, like, all the Jesus stuff that I got. So yeah, there's that. Let's see, I got... How many more whips do I got? 2 more? I got 2 more whips. Maybe I have stitched more than I thought. Although, to be fair, I don't know. Everybody leave me alone. I'm trying to do this again for the first time in 5 ever. Okay. What do we at? 54 minutes. Wow. I actually thought I would be done by now. I haven't even got to my whips. I'm on my whips. Haven't gotten to my stash acquisitions. Words. Okay. Next one. I'm glad I found this one. I found it on eBay. Gotta love the old eBay machine. I hope it's in here. Okay. Roadster Santa. I mean, this is just the coolest thing ever, I think. Isn't that fun? I don't even like cars. Or Santa in red. That's why I like my traveling Windswept Traveler design, because that one... Yeah, because that, it's like Santa, but in blue. This was just a fun Christmas Day start. I didn't get far at all. He's got his beard going on. That's not helping anything. There's a butt crack going on here. Oh, that's because there's a needle in there. Huh. So, yeah. Not a whole lot on that one. I didn't really expect to work on it more than just that one day. I just thought it would have been a fun Christmas start, so I did. And I'm not one for seasonal stitching. I do not do Halloween stitching. I'm sorry to 85% of the cross-stitching community that loves the Halloween stitching. God bless you all. I don't like Halloween stitching. And it's not because I don't like Halloween. I mean, I don't really like Halloween either, but I've never found a Halloween design that's like, yes. And on top of that, I've just never felt like stitching for the season. I mean, the fact that I'm stitching that Scarlet design that just to be in winter, that's a complete coincidence. So there's that. Don't know, I'll get back to that anytime soon. So yeah. And then finally my last whip. Oh my gosh. Brenda! Hi Brenda from Handwork Maniac. She's been stitching this one up a storm. And this, I've been wanting this kit for almost as long as I've been stitching, and it's not like this one's hard to find, and it's not expensive to find. I've been too damn lazy to actually go get it. We're talking Lost No More by the Dimensions Gold Collection. I mean, come on now. I'm not religious. But when I saw her stitching it, I'm like, okay, I know I can find this. It's not that hard. And so I got it. But this is how far I got. I mean, this was one day worth of stitching. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to move on to something else. And it's mainly because it's like, okay, Brenda's working on this. You know, she can be the one to finish it. And then I'll just, whenever I get the urge to come back to it, I will. So yeah, that was one day's worth of stitching. I'm glad I have it. Can't wait to show you some of my other kits that I got. But that's all my whips. I mean, literally. That's it. That's not all of my whips. That's just all I have worked on in the past year. So I'm sorry if you expected more from somebody that's been gone this long. Sorry. That's all my whips. Now let's get on to some stash. Now, preface. I've only got like 10 things. I have definitely bought way more than 10 things in the last year. I'm just only showing these because these are the only ones that I can actually remember getting in the last year. And these are the only ones that I don't think I've actually shown. I could be wrong. I don't know. But let's go ahead and just everything is fun. Okay, let's go ahead and start with another Lucilla. And another Jesus. There's Jesus. Okay, I hope there's no price on there. Isn't this fun? I love that one. This one is called Light of the World. Isn't this great? I'm not religious. But if you've been with me for any length of time, you know I'm a sucker for anything Jesus. Especially when it comes to, like, stitching stuff. Love it. I just... Getting verklempt. Okay. So that's that. I got that a while ago. And then, okay, this one was fun. Okay. This one, I gotta, hold on. Let me find the name of it. If I can. I remember trying to find this when I got, okay, but anyway, hold on. Okay. This is called, it doesn't matter because it's in a magazine. This is a cross-stitch and country crafts. November, December of 1988. And I got it specifically for this design. Isn't that cute? Now let me tell you, let me just preface how I got to this. Okay, because I was on the marketplace, on the Facebook marketplace one time, and I saw somebody selling a finished piece of this. But I wanted to stitch it. So I went on to the In Search of Cross Stitch group. I'm like, y'all, tell me, what is this? And then they told me what it is and where I could find it. And I found it. And it smells like, it definitely smells like what my grandmother's house used to smell like. I will say that. I don't know when I almost bought everything same day to stitch it as well. But I'm like, you know, no. But look at how cute, like, the goose and baby Jesus. And then this cute little ass going on here. Oh, my God. I'll do it sometime. Okay. Next one. Speaking of cute, I won this on an eBay auction because, of course, why not? Santa's nap. Look at how cute. And I bought this when I was having serious puppy fever. I want a dog so bad. And I'm sick and tired of these 3 cats in this house. I love them dearly. But sometimes, if not all the time, I wish they were dogs. But look at how cute this is. He's sleeping, and all the cute little animals are sleeping. He definitely suffocated this dog. I mean, you can just tell. But we got cute little cats here. So I don't know if you heard one of the cats. Probably needs water. So if you hear Floyd start meowing, he's needing something. There's that, and it's a newer kit, 2009, because it's already got the thread sorter. Already got the thread sorter going on, so don't have to worry about that. It's just a matter of just slapping her on a Q-snap and going at her. All right. Now, okay, I'll do this, and then I will show you the hard-to-find stuff that I found, no problem. November 2020, Midwest Cross-Stitch Retreat was supposed to happen. It did happen. Was I there? No. Why? COVID. Did I have COVID? No. But it was still a thing. And this was the exclusive kit from Shakespeare's Peddler, Teresa Vanette. Oh, is the name of it. There's the sampler. And it comes, yeah, what does it come with? It comes with 40 count mushroom / light mocha linen by Zweigert. And it was kitted up for me with the 40 count. And then it comes with stuff to make this little fun thing. I don't know what that's called. I'm sure it's called something, but it's got the stuff in there. But yeah, so it comes with all the the week's die works and one gentle art. And then The 40 count linen. Oh god, that's tiny. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too much different than 36 count, but maybe I'll try stitching this one in hand. I doubt it, but you know, we'll see what happens. But we got this fun stuff. I'll just show you what's in here. I don't know what it's used for as far as the kit goes. I'm assuming this is for that one, this tin thing. And then there's a bell. I'm going to be honest and say I haven't looked too thoroughly at this. But, so even though I wasn't there, people that had to cancel just because of COVID and everything, we were still able to get the exclusive kits. We just had to make sure we signed up for the kit to get it. And I did. So, that's fun. Okay. Last couple of things, a stash is hard to find stuff. And the first one I'm going to show you, I'm going to show this one first just because I don't know if I had this by the time I had recorded my last video. But I have officially completed my Teresa Winsler book collection. Because somebody was so kind enough to gift me Volume 2 of Teresa Winsler's fantasy collection. And this includes, I'll just do a brief run through. This includes Celestial Dragon, which, there's that. Oh my god. It's like I've never done Flosstube before, you know what I mean? The Guardian, which I think I also have as a pattern, I'm not sure. The Storyteller. Now, I love this one. Because that dragon is just so into whatever this guy's talking about. Although, just looking at this guy, he does not look like he has that many interesting stories to tell. But, this is in the rank of how I want to stitch my Teresa Winsler's. The Fortune Teller, then the Fantasy Triptych, which might be in this one. Well, it is on this one, but I've got that as a pattern as well. And then after that one is the Storyteller. I want to get, what is the one? Oh, what the crap is that one? The Minstrel. That's one I don't have, but I'm looking for. And then the next one is the Enchanter. Okay. And then, yeah, the Fantasy Triptych. And this guy's cut off by the spine of the book. It's whatever. Okay. And then the Petites. Got Castle Ridge, Above the Clouds, Gentle Creature, and Peacock Majesty. I have this one as like an actual kit. Can you hear the cat? If not, then you're lucky. And then Trade Winds, which I think I don't know if I have this as a kit or not. I feel like I do, but I'm not sure. And then the Mermaid. And just know, as long as a Teresa, if you find a Teresa Winsler that you really want to stitch that does not have a dragon in it, you can find them on Patterns Online to buy as a PDF. Now, if you see a dragon in the pattern, she ain't ever gonna reprint them or ever gonna put them online. So, just a heads up. So, like, if you like this mermaid one, you can definitely find that on patternsonline.com. But if you want to stitch this Enchanter, let me see if I can find it. If you want to stitch the Enchanter, because of that little dragon, you ain't going to be able to find this pattern anywhere. Just a heads up. But thank you to the person that gifted this to me. It's been a long time, and so I don't remember your name. I maybe should have looked that up before I did this, but I also don't know if you felt comfortable with me saying your name. So, there's that. That completes all my booklets as far as the collection booklets that Leisure Arts came out with all their stuff. This next one. This one is a shout out to my girl Luda. She stitched this. She finished it a year and a half ago. I don't remember. Time is not real anymore. But this is the Dimensions Gold Collection Millennium Angel. And I love this one. I almost started it the day I got it. Almost. But I didn't. But I really... When I saw Luda stitch this, I'm like, oh my god, I need to find that somehow. And I somehow found it. I don't remember what I paid for it. Which, I do remember buying it, so I wasn't totally blacked out drunk when I was buying this on eBay. But I don't remember how much I paid for it. But even if I did, I wouldn't tell you guys. Because it's probably embarrassing. But just know it. Just know that I will stitch this at some point. Very hard to find, but I got it for what I assume to be a good deal. Next one is one that apparently a lot of people want. And I guess I know why, but I don't know why. It is Bucilla's 'Tis a Lady. Whenever you post, hey, what's your unicorn on any Facebook group, chances are this will pop up at least 4 times. I saw it on eBay. It was new, kind of. Everything was there. It was a good deal. I don't remember if it was a buy it now option or if I put in my max bid that I was willing to spend on it and just didn't go over that, so I won the auction. I don't remember, but add this to the brag pile, you know. One thing that became very apparent, though, just in smelling the kit itself, I described it as smelling like the area in your basement where you keep all the Christmas decorations stored for 10 months out of the year. And you all know exactly what that smells like. You all know once I said that, it's the area of the basement where you keep all of your Christmas stuff. You know exactly what that smells like. I don't know when I'm ever going to stitch this. Like I said, it's nice to have to add to the brag pile. I'll stitch it eventually. Maybe after a night of psychedelics, maybe. But yeah. What is this on? 18 count. It looks like ivory. So, yeah. And the chart is really kind of set up goofy. I'm not going to show you the chart, but it is a little goofy compared to, I think, most charts. So, all right. These last two, and there's a chance I've already shown one of these, but so there were 2 patterns out of the Nora Corbett Mirabilia out of prints that I have not yet found. Well, they have now been found. And we're talking, and I feel like I did show this one. The Emerald Dragonfly found its way to me. And this was found and gifted to me by my good friend Mindy. Love her dearly for finding this for me. And then the final one, I got lucky. I just want to say I got lucky. There's nothing more to it. I got lucky with this one. We're talking Tiger Lily. Finally found it. So, I now officially have every out-of-print pattern that Nora has designed. I shouldn't say every, because there might be a few kits or like weird like magazine patterns or something that I don't have, but those don't count. I found her. Am I gonna stitch her anytime soon? Nope. When I finish it, am I gonna give it away? Nope. So, I'm really glad to have found her. Don't spend $200 on this thing, people. Don't do it. Just don't. Don't spend $200 on this thing. Queen of Freedom, I think, in the time that my last video came out, Queen of Freedom for Mirabilia went out of print. And for some reason, that one is now just as expensive on eBay as Lady of the Flag. Makes no sense. Don't spend that much. There are way more copies of Queen of Freedom out there than there are of Lady of the Flag. Just because that was in print longer. Don't do it. Go to your local needle workshop. Call local needle workshops. I'm sure they've got these patterns. I am almost positive that an L&S probably has this one just out on display that nobody realizes is out of print. So, they're out there, people. I'm just really, yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. I don't know if y'all were expecting more or were expecting less. I feel like in this year's time, I maybe should have had more to show, but because of everything, I don't. And it's kind of weird that my spending actually slowed down after COVID hit. I really do not buy a whole lot, even though, I mean, this seems like a lot, obviously, but, I mean, this was also bought over the last year, or gifted. And like I said, there are probably a couple of things that I didn't show, but, like, if there are things I've bought over the past year that I didn't include in this, there's not a whole lot more. I haven't really bought a whole lot. So with that being said, before I end this video, I would like to, in some capacity, continue to do this. What that looks like, I don't know. Whether that's going to be a video every week, a video every other week, a video once a month, a video sporadically, I don't know. Even though I'm still stitching at a good pace, a video every week is probably not likely, just because I don't really stitch that much. I go to work, I get done with work, I'm now working out, which I wish I would have started last March, because then I might not have upgraded to a B cup in that time frame. But I'm now working out, so that takes up some time too. Also have to cook and all that fun stuff. And then just by the end of the night, I just want to go to bed. I just want to go to bed or listen to my podcasts. So I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like from here. And there's always the chance that this will be the last video I ever put out, I don't think it will be, but don't know for sure. But I would like to keep making videos. Because I've kind of missed doing this, like I said, especially recently, which is why I finally did this video. We'll see what happens. we'll play her by ear. That's all we really got to do anymore. That's really all I can do anymore. Let's play everything by. The one thing I wish I could play by ear is my frickin' guitar. That'd be nice to play by ear. But we're all playing life by ear right now. And I'll tell you what, this shit is exhausting. So, I know I had mentioned earlier at the beginning, I had temporarily, like, restricted who can message me for a time being. I have now undid that a couple of months ago once I started feeling comfortable doing so. So if anybody has any questions, go ahead, leave a comment below. Or you can message me on Instagram. My Instagram is not private. Like I said, I did restrict who could message me for a time, but that's been lifted. So if you have any questions, you can definitely message me on Instagram as well. Don't message me on Facebook. Don't add me on Facebook. Facebook is more for just me. But yeah. So I'm here. I'm still haven't gone anywhere, like I said. It's just that I just haven't been present on here. I'm very active on Instagram. I don't post, something in my timeline every day, but I usually, if you want to get some good music recommendations or just really want all the memes, I'm usually posting at least one song and one meme a day on my Instagram story. So you can find me there. I think that's all I got. Go ahead and comment below. Go ahead and follow those people that I mentioned today. I didn't mention a whole lot of people, so this is going to be easy. Usually I don't link people just because I don't remember who all I talked about in a video. But I think I only mentioned like 7 people. I'm going to forget one of them. Letitia. Not Lakeisha. I apologize, Letitia. You can shun me later, and I deserve it. I think I'm gonna go make some coffee, and I don't have like a carrot or something. Clean eating is hard, even though it's only been a week. But yeah. Yeah. I miss you guys. Love all you dearly. I know all y'all, we're all friends here. Just keep spreading the love, people. We love to love here. We live, laugh, love it. Oh my God. Somebody stop me. I need to stop before I pass out. I gotta try to remember what my outro is. Keep being amazing. Oh, I remember. Keep being amazing. Let those fucks fly, especially now. Don't censor your fucks. For the love of God, don't censor your fucks. And please, say no to acid. No, I've never done acid before. But if I was offered, I would say no. If I want to know what it feels like to trip on acid, I just listen to the first couple of Pink Floyd albums, and that is more than enough. Or Surrealistic Pillow by Jefferson Airplane. Those are some pretty good albums to make you feel pretty trippy, without any psychedelics to assist. Anyway, as you can tell, I need to stop. So, can you hear that cat? Anyway, I hope to see you guys soon. Take care.